Louisa and I hooked up with Jeff Schneider of Louisiana Tuna Charters, and we left Venice Marina at 5 a.m. and headed out to catch some pogies for bait. Jeff made a couple casts with the cast net, didn't take any time at all, and we had a live well full of pogies, so we headed out to the rig that was about 60 miles from where we were. After a 60-mile run out there, Jeff pulled out the mustad hooks and rigged up the pogies.
As soon as we get the bait in the water, the 50 wide, of course, the 50 wide gets hit and then I'm up. So I have to get all strapped in because the reel is really heavy and it seems to be a really big fish. So there I was fighting the yellowfin tuna in a 50 wide. Not even 10 seconds later, another line gets hit and that's Jimmy's turn. So he grabs it and he starts fighting the fish and then another line gets hit. So now we have a triple header.
Doesn't get much better than this, guys. Out here in Louisiana, first thing in the morning, first boat to the rig, tripled up on yellowfin tuna. We got Louisa over there, just got hooked in the harness, got Captain Jeff, and we got Captain Blake, making sure everything stays in place here. We're gonna do a little tuna dance. It's real exciting when you get the fish closer to the boat because you can see them through the water. I can hear one of the camera guys over my shoulder. I can't see it, but I tell you what, man, when you have a good pair of Wiley X sunglasses on like I was using, those polarized air rages that I use are amazing for seeing through that water out there. And we were seeing those fish about 50 to 80 feet below the surface and knowing when they were coming up. And at that point, you know you're still in for a couple more minutes of a fight, but it's nice to be able to get an eye on your fish and know where he's at and know if there's sharks or barracudas or anything else on them, they're going to try to take a bite out of them. The game with the tuna is once they start doing these circles, that's when they start breaking your back. And it started. Doubled up with one tough chick right here. I tell you what. Oh, man. That's one of the things I love about fishing in Louisiana is that the tuna are always abundant no matter what time of year you go there. My favorite time of year to be there is the fall. We were there in early summer and it was boiling hot and of course the fish were still there. You come later in the year, you'll catch more fish and bigger fish as well, but even when the season's not in full swing, you're still catching a bunch of tuna. So I got my fish up close to the boat within gaffing distance and they got a gaff in them and pulled them in the boat. Good job, Jeff. Right where it needed to be gaffed.
Yellowfin tuna are super strong. It's definitely the hardest fighting fish I've ever fought.
Louisa was still fighting her fish, and I barely had time to get the mustad hook out of my fish's mouth. I turned around and Louisa's fish was coming over the gunnel. You're doing great, Louisa. Like a boss.
Yes!
Nice. Nice. Whoa, what do you think about that pair of tuna, girl?
Oh my God.
Look at this here. Holy cow. Woo! The triple header was a fantastic way to start off the day. Louisa, Jeff, and I all got our tuna in the boat. We didn't lose any to sharks, and they definitely weren't the biggest tuna of the day, but they were a great way to warm up our muscles to get ready for some of those 100-plus pound tuna that we caught later in the day. All right, well, that's what a triple up looks like here on Louisiana Tuna Charters out of Venice, Louisiana. And if we want to find you, Jeff, what's the website that we're going to go to?
LouisianaTunaCharters.com.
That's simple. Look them up and you guys can catch yellowfin tuna like this. I mean, we are literally 15 minutes into fishing. We caught a little fish right off the bat, and then these three, we had 3 rods out, 3 tuna in the boat. It looks like it's going to be a good day. Stick around for some more of this.